my name is Angeline Hunt and I play Sophie in Just One Blood. And Sophie is the love interest of Angus, and the rest you'll have to wait and see.
What the hell is going on? Mum is fuming!
Angus, please.
What is the meaning of this?
You were not the target.
Hello, my name is Shirley Day and I was the original writer on the feature film Just One Blood, which is a Nollywood feature set in the UK, set specifically in Suffolk.
When I moved back to Suffolk in England, I fell in love with the countryside because I live in the countryside. It's beautiful, green, everything is gorgeous. So, with all the things I see around here, the farmer and everything, just give me a lot of ideas how to put this story together.
So I was brought up in Suffolk, so playing the part of Miss Suffolk really spoke out to me. It was really exciting. Also being part of a Nollywood film, I've never been part of this, my first ever Nollywood film. And it was lovely to be welcomed and accepted in this community of work, and it's something that I'd love to venture into in the rest of my career.
Just One Blood is a very strong drama piece that was put together by our team in the United Kingdom. It's a film that you will love watching. I call it a feel-good movie because with all the heartbreaking suspense that you're going to have at the end of it, that's a very good ending that will make you happy.
What's it about? It's about quite a few different things, I think. I mean, definitely at the heart of this story, it's about a romance and a young man falling in love with a young woman, but they're star-crossed in a way. Their parents of both sides aren't happy about the match. And it's also about the father of the young man, played by Zach Odgie, his needing to let go slightly.
Now you've received one of the highest national honours from the Queen, the OBE. How does that make you feel?
I had opportunities. That's what I'm trying to give to others.
You surely don't deserve that award. African farmer.
White fools, always carrying about with your superiority complex.
The story explores mixed relationships between people of different cultures. I personally am a Nigerian. I come from a mixed marriage in terms of the fact that my two parents are not from the same ethnic extraction back home in Nigeria.
Oh, well, I think the message that should come through this is that tolerance should win out. Personality should win out. You should take people for what they are and who they are, rather than where they come from. That's the way my character seems to see that.
When I got the script, you know, most times what attracts me to a script is the fact that there are a lot of twists. And I found that this one had a very good twist. It wasn't your traditional love story where, you know, boy meets girl, boy loves girl, boy ends up with girl. You know, a lot of things happen, and things that happen are within the family.
It's something that I've been through. I know how it goes. I had someone very close to me who has been through this kind of thing, and I had to do everything humanly possible to get her out of it.
It's been a trail of broken hearts.
The notion that the slave trade is over is a lie.
Hello, I'm Paul Andrew Goldsmith and I take on the role of Paul. The attraction for me was taking a role which was quite the opposite of myself. Paul is quite dark and sinister in his actions, and I really wanted the chance to portray that on film.
Just One Blood has a very unique story. His story touches on the fundamentals of the African, because there's been some negative stereotyping of Africans in the West, and that's bothered some of us who are very genuine and objective. Issues that happen when a black person is successful in a foreign land, you know, it touched that issue, and it's a very touchy subject in any community.
I love it. I really like the idea of the contrasting of English ideas compared to Nigerians, especially with what's happening in the world today. To be truly equal, it's about showing we'd have to understand each other. As long as we do that, things are fine.
It's interesting how both cultures are kind of warring with each other, and yet Angus and Sophie are kind of have this kind of pure feeling for each other, which comes through, which is really nice. And everyone else is, you know, bothered about all the wrong things. I think it's the heart that's important.
The idea that all people are the same, regardless of colour or creed or ethnicity, is something which is absolutely central to the project, and it's something that the producer Tilly McNichol really wanted to get across.
So what we try to do with Just One Blood is to correct some of those wrong impressions and create kind of balance. You know, we are guided by objectivity even during the script writing, during the execution of the movie, you know, so everything was done to have a balance.
What attracted me to it, because I am married to I'm married to an English guy, and then reading the character about Nadia, a lady that was married to an English guy, the white guy, and was being maltreated, which is like opposite of what I mean as in the marriage. So the two marriages are quite different from the kind of marriage I have. So it was quite, you know, interesting.
Why are you feeling the heads of that African nonsense?
Just jealous that an African man has found the success that eluded you for so long.
As the character Lily, obviously in my own life that scenario would be absolutely fine, but as the character of Lily, who is quite a small-minded, I think racist woman, then for her it's a big issue, and she doesn't feel that Angus is right for Sophie at all, on many different levels, I'm sure.
Moffat Duncan was amazing. He's a really lovely, very open actor. He gave me lots to work with. He's very friendly offset. So to have sort of a good chemistry with someone offset, you know, really helps to bring to life, you know, a chemistry between the characters on set as well.
My character was in love with Sophie. She was played by Angeline Hunt, who actually is an amazing actress. You know, I'm always quite impressed when you see people who can interpret characters without much, you know, direction. I don't think I ever saw or heard the director, you know, hounding her for how that she must do stuff and stuff. He only fine-tuned what she already did, which is quite rare when you find actors and actresses. So I absolutely loved working with her. You know, she was fun, she was sweet.
First of all, I enjoyed a very cordial relationship on the production, both between myself and the rest of the cast, between myself and the crew. We had a certain camaraderie on set that saw us, you know, cracking jokes with each other. Nobody was walking around with a chip on their shoulders. Everybody felt very free with each other. That's what I enjoyed in this production. People felt so free, and one of the things that helped this was the fact that we all ate together sometime or the other. Sometimes we had lunch together, sometimes we had dinner together, sometimes we had breakfast together. So these things make for, you know, a harmonious relationship.
Well, directing the movie Just One Blood, to me, was fun. At the same time, it was very stressful. But, you know, I love my job, I love what I do, so even with the stress, I derive joy making the movie. You see, when I saw the script, I was impressed with the storyline, because for the first time, we're presenting the African man, especially the Nigerian, and coincidentally I'm from Nigeria as well. We're presenting a very positive image of a Nigerian man who's living over there in the West, contrary to the, you know, widespread view, you know, in everywhere, both here and there. You know, so when I saw the script, I felt, oh, this is good. It's an opportunity for us to, you know, present a very good picture of ourselves to the outside world. So we developed this script. We got some other writers. We teamed up together, and we were able to get something worthwhile. And we went on set, and it was a challenging set, but beautiful, because we had professionals. We had 70% British cast and 30% African cast. African, now talking about Nigeria, Gambia, Guinea-Conakry, and Zimbabwe. We have cast cut across these nations of Africa, but majorly Nigeria, because Zakoji was there, Mofe Duncan, Timike herself, Chema Toplis, Anita Hogan, who actually is based in Germany now. All of them came together in that movie to showcase their talents. And talking about the crew, almost 100% of the crew, apart from myself, were all British crew. So I think people did their best. We put in our best to make sure we have, even with all the challenges, there were challenges really.
You want to lock them against each other?
Sandwich in my hand is brilliant for BTS.
You should lock one down. Multitasking, that's what we do, we multitask, we eat while we work. I'm not strong enough to tighten that, it hurts my little fingers. Same level for that fat. Yeah, then that one needs to go up to meet that.
Flat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Teko, how you feeling?
Good.
Good.
My character was a pivotal character in the story, being that I played the role of the father of the leading man in the person of Angus, my son, played by Mofe Duncan. He was a young man, upwardly mobile, very active, and he had different relationships with different people of different nationalities, both blacks and whites, and he was breaking hearts here and there.
Of course, Zakoji again plays my dad. You know, it's the second time I'm playing his son in a movie or series, and of course there was this absolute, you know, incandescent synergy between both of us. You know, we understand ourselves, we understand our synergy, we understand our mannerisms and all of that, so it was absolutely lovely. Wonderful playing his son yet again, and of course he is my mentor. He was the person I used to watch as a child, so having to do this again with him is just like it's a carrier high for me.
Yes, I did enjoy working with Uncle Zach. I have in the past worked as acted as his wife in a movie. Yeah, so this one was okay as well.
Zach is a veteran, like you know. And to be honest with you, I was so excited when I was told to play that role as his friend in the movie. I learnt a lot. He's quite a calm guy, he's got a lot of experience, and he goes with you. You know, he knows how to say, okay, let's do it this way. He knows how to work with you. He knows how to get the best from you and in you.
I could say that I was the strong wife. He was the kind of husband that's just so cool, not too firm with the kids. He's a business guy. If I may say, married to his business so much. I'm the housewife, the stay-at-home kind of wife that oversees the kids.
I had a lovely scene in the office of Mr. Odogu, and that is played by Zach Oji. And he's a fabulous man to work with. He's very humble, extremely giving, and I've learned a lot from him, from working with him and watching him act.
My mom was played by Auntie Choma, tough lady. Our characters didn't really get along, you know, in the story, but we always had brushes because she wanted me to marry a black person, and I loved white girls in the storyline, so.
Choma is fabulous, very big diva character to work with. Again, very inspirational, and it's very good to learn from people who've had a lot of experience in acting, and I'm always learning on the job.
Angus is really playful, real good character, he's infectious, you can't help but get on with him, to be honest.
I would say the character of Paul is a very wicked character, and I feel like even the guy playing it was kind of like feeling a lot of sympathy for Nadia. He was very harsh with his choice of word, and basically his way of behaving towards Nadia by abusing her in every way.
Nathan's character was played by Leo Werrett, and Leo is fantastic. I just absolutely love that boy. You know, he's a fantastic personality on and off the screen, and anytime I'm going to work again here or film, I'm definitely going to have him on my set because he's just amazing. He's a really cool kid.
Timmy, what can I say about Timmy? She has been absolutely fabulous. The process has been a whirlwind, but very rewarding for her, I think, and I think she should be very, very proud of bringing, you know, two cultures together and allowing people from Suffolk to be involved in Nigerian culture. And she's a wonderful woman, and I'm sure she'll have lots of success in the future with more productions, which I'd love to be a part of, hint hint. So yeah, no, she's a lovely lady and she should be very proud.
The young, vibrant Nigerian girl who incidentally is involved in a mixed marriage. So that might have informed the story itself. I commend her, I admire her for living in faraway Norfolk and dreaming about this and making it a reality, bringing some of the top guns of Nollywood all the way to Norfolk to do this movie, and putting together a mixed cast from different nationalities. I praise her for being able to put all of this together. I also admire her humility and her willingness to make her cast and crew feel very much at home, going out of her way to make sure that things work well, you know, keeping everybody comfortable. I mean, we ate very well. We had a wonderful crew, by the way. We ate. I mean, if it was in terms of meals, we didn't have any problems at all because we ate both African and European meals all the time. Timmy was a great lady to work with as the producer. And I believe that at the end of the day, we'll have a picture that we'll all be proud to be associated with.
To me, let me just say she's a strong character as well. She's just a comedian. Yeah, I know, you know, in any movie set, that's normal. You'll have some hiccups and all that, but by God's grace, she conquered that.
I got the part because her assistant is going out with my son, and so that's how he got the part. She seems very nice. She seems very committed to the project. Yeah, it's had its hiccups, but every project does have its hiccups, doesn't it? It's nothing ever runs as smoothly as you'd like it to, and you judge people how they get through these hiccups in life rather than whether they happen or not, because that's life.
I haven't met her before the production, but she got to know me via recommendation by one Nigerian-based actor who was looking when he actually ran into the lady, and she was asking for a recommendation on the right person to handle her job. So that was how they got connected to me. And when I spoke to Timmy, she gave me a call and alerted me of her plan to make a very big Nigerian movie. And I looked at the script, made some recommendation about the script, which she was very open to. That was how the whole relationship started, and today everything is history. Timmy is a jolly good fellow. Timmy is one passionate but very ambitious lady. I like her passion, and she's someone that's prepared to walk a long journey as long as it's going to be fruitful. Like I said, she did her best to make sure that everything we required was provided.
This is actually my first time working with Timmy. I kind of like, I was able to build a great relationship with her at the end of the day, and it was good working with her. It was fun, and sometimes obviously, despite everything, some of her ways are very funny. She kind of like make you laugh at the end of the day, and you know, you just forget everything.
My producer, Timmy K. Wow. I used to think I was the life of the party, but Timmy is taking it to another level. I'm really impressed with her zeal, with her passion. I'm really impressed with her vision for the film. She literally knows exactly what outfits and what character is supposed to look like, you know, and she's very blessed to have a director and of course have a cast and crew that she had, because, you know, we really brought out what she wanted to the best of our ability within the short film of time that we had. I really commend her for vision, and it's a huge step for her, you know, career wise, and nobody else could play Berry better than Timmy.
Timmy's great. We love her. She's very excitable, got lots of new ideas, loves all the costumes. So yeah, it's amazing. Going very well.
I got to know Timmy via a mutual friend in the industry. We had a meeting prior to the film, and I just loved her passion for it. It's nice to see people that say, I want to do something and I'm going to go out and do it, and that's what Timmy brought to it.
The producer, Timmy, she's the best. She's so friendly on set. She's just making sure everything is gotten done, and you know her. If you met her, you know her.
I've never seen such a mad lady, honestly, but the good thing about this lady is that she's so focused. She knows what she wants, she goes for it. She's a fighter. She's a go-getter. Timmy, oh my God, where are you? This lady actually got through to me through my cousin. As soon as she saw my picture and heard my voice, she said, oh my God, you are the perfect match, the perfect fit for this role. So that's how we got, and then we established the relationship from there, and I can tell you we're best of friends now.
Timmy's lovely, she's really sweet, she was really welcoming when I arrived as well. So yeah, it's lovely to meet Timmy on set.
What can I say? This is a very huge production. She got my details from Facebook, she follows me, and she literally said, I want you for this job, and that makes me feel happy about myself, and somebody acknowledges what I do. And it made me understand that you have to put much effort in what you do because you don't know who is watching.
Right, can you take off one?
We stuck a second scrim on it.
Oh, great.
Yeah, if you a bit more.
Okay. Roll it. Let's go.
Are you starting from the top?
Yes. From top. Yeah, oh, you are right inside. Don't forget.
Yeah, the director, Teko Benson, is easily one of the most recognized directors in Nollywood, and we have worked before, and there's a production I did with him called The Bastard. I will never forget that production because that production left a scar which I still carry till today. If you remember very well, there was an accidental discharge, you know, from a gun we hired from the police. What saved me was that the bullet in the gun was a plastic bullet. And while we worked overnight until about 5 a.m. when we shot that particular scene, where there was an accidental discharge, and I was shot. It took about 6 weeks for that wound to heal. I still have the scar here on my body. Okay. So for whatever reason, I always remember Teko by that production. But apart from that, Teko is somebody who is well known in the industry because he has been there. He is one of the legends of Nollywood. And he's a great guy to work with because he is very down to earth, discussing with the actors, not trying to force them to do something, but trying to reason with them and get them, elicit the character they're trying to play. At the end of the day, we had a very great working relationship, everybody contributing their creativity to making the story become, you know, something to look forward to.
Ah, Mr. Director, Teko Benson, what a man! He has been fantastic, so encouraging, again, very warm, very honest, very good with direction, is always very clear, very precise in what he wants. So, you know, I didn't have to ask many questions at all with Teko. He was very direct, and he has a great vision for what he wants, and I think with the film you can really see that, so look forward to it.
What can I say? Uncle Teco Benson. You see, as an actor, there's some things you'll never forget. There's some scenes you'll never forget. There's some movies you'll never forget, and definitely some directors you'll never forget. I've always wanted to work with him. You know, I've seen him from afar. I've been waiting for a chance to work with him. And even though this opportunity came, you know, in some kind of circumstance, but I took it by the bull or by the horn, and I said, look, this is my time. You know, there's some things you can't pay for. There's some values you can't put on a job. There's some experiences you cannot write. There's some scripts you cannot even predict. But being here and working with Uncle Teco Benson is absolutely amazing. I was afraid, to be honest, because I've heard that Uncle Teco is a bit of a disciplinarian. So when I was coming here, I didn't want to, you know, that's why I was, you know, coming early and all of that. But he really, he's a friend. He's a friend. He understands. And, you know, he's come up with some catchphrases that I will never forget. You know, no apologies. But it's absolutely awesome, and I would definitely work with him again if ever the chance.
Work with Teco Benson was just inspiring. I've heard so much about the guy and read up so much on him as well, but to be actually on the set with him was wonderful. He's such a supportive guy and really helps you get through the scene and get to the true intent, and I really appreciated that working with him. His style is on it. He's on the job. He knows what he wants and he knows how to get it. And I think he works in it in a way that he makes everybody respect him as a person first. And by doing that, you're so easy to follow.
Teco Benson, I'm so privileged to have worked with him. All my 14 years in the industry, this is the first time working with Teco Benson, and he's the most patient of all the directors I've worked with. Because on this set, you can just lose it at any time, but he never lost it for once. I know I went to Gaga so many times, but it's just so cool.
The director of this film was the one and only Teco Benson. I heard about this man a lot. I heard a lot about him, but I didn't have the opportunity to meet him. Fortunately, I did on this set. And what I will say about Teco Benson is that he's a very patient man. That's one. And two, he knows what he wants. He's the kind of person that when you come to him and tell him, okay, this is what we have to do, are you sure we can do it? He tells you straight away, listen, I'm not scared of it. We're gonna do it. And we end up doing it like that. So he's somebody, I'm honored to be working with him. I am proud to be working with him. I can shout it to the whole that I was in a movie and I played a role and I was directed by Teco Benson. So he's just an amazing person and I have so much esteem for him, and I think I have so much love for him as well, I'm gonna say, because we were able to, like, you know, create this relationship.
The director, Teco Benson, oh my God, I've been hearing about this guy and I don't know what happened. Right inside of me I was saying, one day I want to work with this guy. He's one of the veterans as well, like I mentioned, Zach. Teco is a seasoned director. Teco knows the job. Teco knows how to get the best out of you. Teco will work with you. Teco will listen to you. Teco will, before you know it, Teco will say, that is fantastic. I love this. He's quite a cool, calm guy who knows. In fact, on set, Teco had a fantastic relation. I never had him shout at anybody. He never shouted at anybody. He was never cross with anybody. But he knew how to get to his destination. And on point, timely. Oh man, that guy. To be honest with you, the first time I met with him, we had this discussion for 2 hours in my room on set. I mean, at the location. You wouldn't believe if you were there that we were just met for the first time. He's that kind of free guy, you know, who gets along with people.
He knows what he wants and he gets what he wants, but in a calm and explanatory manner rather than screaming and shouting and stamping feet, which I don't think, it's not the way I like to work anyway. That's and I don't think it's necessary. My favourite way to work is in a fairly calm, relaxed and convivial way, rather than too much tension and too much screaming, shouting and hysterics. I have been on a couple of projects where the style has been more of a incendiary nature, and it's not something that I like. So a nice, calm, relaxed explanatory way of working. Suits my own temperament better. So it's nice. We had a nice time today.
I want to say thank you to Uncle Teko for being here for me, making sure everything worked out for me. He's a wonderful person. Without him, I wouldn't have been able to do this at all. When my friend Uza said you need Teko Benson on this production because it's big, I said okay, and I have to go for him. And just talking with him on phone, I just knew he was the one.
Teko Benson is great director, really good fun to work with as well, and has good vision for what he wants. I'm good at getting it from you.
The acting was just absolutely beautiful from all the actors, and I think this was due to fantastic casting from Timmy McNichol and also wonderful directing from Teko Benson. So we were very lucky to have such a fantastic team.
I'm just ready. I'm ready.
Hello, can you give me a little face, please?
Hi.
Great.
Mr.
Great.
T.
That's right. Anita Hogan? Yeah. That's the ladies' room, you know.
Hi, this is Candy. Hey.
Angela is the winner, man. You have won it.
Very nice, a really lovely bunch of people and a really good time. Really lovely, really quick fire. Met some great people and great characters, and yeah, it was great.
Hi, I'm Liza, script supervisor. We're currently shooting the nightclub scene. We've got the lights going, the fog, it's looking pretty good in here. Directors, amazing, obviously.
Obviously amazing.
Obviously amazing.
My name's Harley. I'm the sound tech for the shoot, working with Offset Films. I've been doing these guys for a few years now. Assistant sound tech.
Wait, am I? Sorry.
Oh, okay. Fine.
I'm Gav. I'm sound tech on the film, taking over from Harley.
All right. Yeah.
From the technical point of view, this movie is a must-watch because the scenes that we got, the shots that we took, the expression, the interpretation of the scenes were quite amazing. The crew, everybody was on point. The storyline is amazing as well. It's got humor to it. It's got tension. It's got love scenes to it. It's actually quite brilliant. I would recommend this film to anyone, not because I'm in it, not because Zach plays my dad, but because it's a brilliant film.
I just want you to embrace and enjoy this film and really take away the bringing together of two cultures, which is so important in everyday life.
Just watch out for this one. It's going to be a hit.
Watch out for just one blood. Just one.
Oh, absolutely. Everyone watch out for it. It's going to be really amazing. It's got some great people who have put a lot of effort into this, so it's going to be fantastic.
It's a film I'm proud of. It's a film I would like you to see personally.
I think you will love this because it will make for very, very interesting viewing. It is Nollywood, but it is Nollywood with a plus.